Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 90 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on spontaneity. Yay! 11 videos left to make. Very happy about that. So this was kind of a weird one. I kind of alluded that for my day 89 video. I went to sleep and I woke up a few hours later, which is not necessarily abnormal for me, but I had a weird dream and I could not get it out of my head. So I got up and I wrote it down. It only took up about like a page to type it up on my laptop. Um, but it was kind of a story and it kind of just stuck with me, and I think that I should share it. So basically, I got up in the middle of the night. I did a whole bunch of stuff. It wasn't just that. I randomly went online and did my writing group role, submitted the role for my annual American Night Writers Association chapter, because I'm the secretary. This is my last month of being the secretary, but I went online and I did the role for October, November, and December, and then I sent an email telling people who the chapter presidency was. I've since found out I sent it to the wrong people and have sent it back to the right people. But I did that in all the attempt to avoid my writing down my dream. And I wrote it down. I typed it up a little bit differently than how I dreamt it, but I don't really remember exactly how I dreamt it. It was kind of weird, but it was enough to know what it was. I I I can't even remember how I wrote it. This is fantastic. Um, I think I kind of in my head I was picturing sort of like in my dream. I think it was like a forest and maybe an ogre or something like that, and then there was love. And when I did it in my story, I gave love something different, like a love sprite or a love fairy or a love something. I can't remember. But basically, in my dream, love was like a person or a character of some kind that was frolicking around and just young and happy and beautiful and playing in the water and flowers and everything blossoming and blooming around love. And then this ogre, mean person, whatever. And when I wrote it down, I was like the forest, whatever. Just wanted to hold on to love, wanted to encase all of that, wanted to keep it, and trapped it in like a cave or a cage of some kind. I think when I wrote it down in the story, it was a cage, a cave. I think in my head it might have been a cage. I don't know. But as time went on, because love was trapped, love started to get old and wrinkly and shrivel up like it was going to die. And it kept playing in my head when I woke up. I'm like, I don't know why I was having that dream. It was a really weird dream. There wasn't like faces or images. It was just this something that's frolicking around, and this is love and happy and free. And then it makes the ogre or the person, the thing that trapped love, just even more miserable and can't understand why love isn't happy and making them happy and all of this stuff. And it's just gets more and more angry at love for shriveling up. And eventually, I don't know if someone comes to rescue love, if the ogre forest just decides to release it. I don't remember exactly what happened, but love eventually gets to leave the cave, leave the prison. And as it's doing it, it starts out just like crawling, just barely surviving, but it slowly starts getting more strength the closer it gets to daylight and to life. And then it slowly starts to be able to stand up all the way, and all of the wrinkles and the age just seem to fall away, and love is free again and suddenly happy and whatever. And then it can make the ogre or the forest happy and bloom and blossoming, and everything is beautiful and wonderful. So I wrote the story. It's like everything's beautiful and wonderful. It only took me like a page, maybe like 15-20 minutes to type all of that up. But I just thought it was a really interesting story, interesting analogy. I deal in analogies, and I think maybe that might be something for myself, that trying to hold on to love, trying to prevent myself from getting hurt and protecting myself, is causing all of that, those good feelings, all those positive things in life, all the things that are blossoming and blooming, to just kind of shrivel up and just seem old and and decrepit and can't move and just no longer seeming to have any value, just kind of to the point where it's like, why the heck do I have you? I'm just going to get rid of you, like the ogre wanted to. And then as it leaves, slowly setting it free allows it to blossom and to bloom and to grow and to be young and free and happy again, and bring back all of those joyous good memories and good things in life. And just that realization that and I mean, I've heard that analogy before. I've heard lots of stories about it, and sharing love, and if you hold on to it and you don't share it, you tend to lose it. You tend to be grumpy and angry and mean and bitter, and if you share it, you tend to be much happier, and there seems to always be more room to love and to grow, and to be happier and to appreciate life. So my choice to shut down every time I get hurt or injured is preventing myself. I mean, yes, maybe it might protect me from getting hurt in the future, but it's preventing myself from having love, from experiencing life. And I kind of shrivel up, and it's not a fun place to be. So I need to set myself free, open myself up to yes, where I may get hurt again, but yes, where I can actually be happy and enjoy my life. And I just thought that was a really interesting dream to be having, and something that kept playing in my head until I typed it up. And I really have no idea what to do with it. I mean, it's a one-page story. It's a very short story. It's nothing super intriguing. It's probably not even well written. It's just kind of a bunch of jumbled thoughts about something that might turn into, a couple of pages if I tried really hard. There's not a whole lot to it, but it's still interesting. It's thought provoking. I think it has a nice little analogy to it. So anyway, that was my random spontaneous thing. I wasn't expecting to wake up to having a weird dream like that, nor to have it continue to play in my head and to the point that I'll get up and write it. I'm like, I won't work on my other stories or other things, but I'm like, I will get up in the middle of the night and do that because I can't sleep, apparently. And then after I did that, I was able to go back to sleep. And then because my sleep was all out of whack, I kind of stayed up all night, and I didn't want to go to work, even though I know I had to go to work. So I made myself stay up all night, and mostly because I just didn't want to transfer money out of my checking account. If I'd just gone to work, I wouldn't have had to, but I didn't go to work, so I had to go transfer money out of my savings to put into my checking account to cover bills that were coming out Friday, tomorrow. Not thrilled about that, but did it anyway. And since I was out, I figured I would just go to the gas station and buy me some more juice to help with my cold, because that seemed to be helping a little bit. So I did that. And that is what I have for my spontaneity for today, for day 90, right? Woohoo, day 90. Okay, 10 more videos and I'm done. And I know I'm still behind, but I'm not to day 100 yet. But I still have videos to catch up because I didn't make them for a whole week because of my cold that still hasn't gone away. Excuse me. But I am grateful for my weird random dream and the analogy, and even just talking about it and sharing it, and more ideas and analogies come with it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that story, or how long it will ever be, or if I will ever do anything with it, but I have shared it here. So if you find my stories or my videos entertaining, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude, and maybe find something fun and spontaneous to do.